everyone, Ashley here. Welcome back to Dress to Jet. Today I have a thrift haul for you, so buckle up, this is gonna be a long one. So I'm gonna start with the only non-clothing item I got, a Lazy Susan. I didn't know I needed one of these, but apparently I did. So, you can do so much with this. You can actually use it at the table for its intended use, or you can, it's good to put things on for videos too, to get like a spin shot. So, yeah, and it's in really good condition, and it was only $3.99. The sale tag for today was green. I think I only found one green thing, so that's my luck. I never find what I want with the sale tag. So the next thing I got was my only thing that I was like, hemming and hawing over when I was actually getting ready to check out. I was waiting. I was holding on to see if I could like decide if I wanted it or not. I ended up just getting it because, like, as I say, you know, like the thrift store is a place where you can try out different things, and if it didn't work out to what you're out like less than $10, less than $5, whatever it is, you can donate it back, give it to someone else, and you tried it out, because once you leave there, pretty good chance when you go back, it's not going to be there. So just take it, and you can always gift it on to someone else if it doesn't work for you. So this was that item today that I wasn't sure if I wanted, but I've talked a lot about my love of big oversized sweaters, and this fit that bill perfectly. So this is a big brown sweater. I don't know if I got it in the men's section or not, but it definitely could be from the men's section. It has speckles of red and other brown, like different shades of brown, like cream, some blue, so some different like earth tones in it. And it has, I can't even make out what the tag, what the company is, but it definitely looks like an old tag. So I think rolling these sleeves up so this could be really cute. And this was $7.75. So I was on the cusp of, is that too much for this sweater? But I went ahead and took a chance on it, so we'll see. So my trips to Goodwill usually go one way or the other. I get like a lot of vintage, kind of like crazy stuff, like things that are more adventurous, patterns and types of clothing, fabrics, all that stuff. And then sometimes I just find more contemporary basic trips. So this one was more with that sweater and like things to come. So a lot of these things were more basics that are great to have, but maybe not as exciting as some of my other trips. So to continue on that theme, even though it's getting warm out now, my office is always kept really cold, and I like to be on the warmer side anyway. So I got these, there's two of them, turtlenecks. This one is from Garnet Hill. I don't know that brand, but it's just a simple gray, really soft, plain turtleneck. It's just in really good shape, and it could go with a lot of like my vintage skirts and all of those kind of things. So this is a good basic, especially if you like to dress vintage. Contemporary basics are a really good way to like bridge the gap, especially if you don't want to look like you're wearing a costume. It's a good way to bridge the gap with simple contemporary shirts with maybe like your circle skirt or pencil skirts or things like that. They're really good pieces that can easily be turned vintage. So this gray turtleneck was $5.99. So this turtleneck is from Gap. It's just a plain dark gray turtleneck. It will go with a lot of things, which I like. It's fairly lightweight, so I can still wear it in the spring and the fall. It was $5.99. I noticed that my Goodwill seems to be getting a little more expensive. Something like this I feel like wouldn't have been $6 like maybe a year ago, so I'm gonna keep an eye on that. So this trip to Goodwill was mostly shirts, and you'll see that trend will continue. So I saw a shirt like this at Target a long time ago, and I was like, do I want it? Do I don't? I walked out without it. So I found something extremely similar at Goodwill today, so I made sure to pick it up. So this striped long sleeve shirt with a little kind of keyhole here and these little ruffles. I love ruffles, so I loved this shirt. I mean, I can wear it anywhere to anything. Work, you can make it casual, you can make it fancy. I think it actually still has kind of like the original tag on it. The tag's been cut off, but the string is still on it, the original tag. So I don't think anyone even wore this, and I think it's adorable. This shirt was $5.45, so I think that was a good deal for this because it looks brand new. So another clothing item that can easily bridge the gap between contemporary and vintage are just button-up shirts. This one maybe not so much because it's sheer, but in general, button-up shirts are a good option to wear with your vintage items. So this one, I I might even have the exact same one in black. It looks very similar, but it is like a sheer wine button-up shirt. So I get a lot of wear out of the black one, so I thought just having another color option would be good. And it's in great condition. This is probably like a rayon or something that it's made out of. Polyester. So shirts like this can get little like tears and like pulls in them really easily, and this one looks like it's brand new. So I was lucky to find this one with no damage. And this was $5.35. So this next item combined a lot of loves of mine. I love plaid, I love blazers, I love oversized blazers, and I love elbow pads. So this blazer from H&M met all of that criteria. It's got its elbow pads, it's plaid, it's a bit oversized, and it's just really cute. I think it looks brand new. It doesn't look like it's really been worn at all, so that's always a plus. And the price for this was $10.85. That's a little bit steep, but it's in really good condition, and like I said, it has all these things that I love about like the pattern and different parts of it that I love so much, so I had to get it. Okay, my next item is a button-up shirt that I thought was pretty unique. Who's it by? Girls Market, never heard of them. But it's basically has a white or cream top, and then at the collarbone area, it goes into this white and light, almost minty green stripes. So I thought that the pattern was pretty different, how it's broken up. And it's a bit sheer, just like kind of the wine one that I got. And I just thought it was very unique, and I can wear it a lot of different ways. So I just thought it was unique enough that I wanted to take it home. And this was $5.35. $5 was a big number. I've got a lot of things that are 5 something today. So my next item is one of my favorite clothing items, and that's vests. I love vests. So this vest is a vest, which I love anyway, but it's also military style. It has a military style fashion, which I also love. So this was perfect. I mean, but it clips in all the way down, but you can also leave it open. And I just think the details on it are so nice. I just saw this and I was like, yes! And I definitely would be wearing it, I think, buttoned up, because I just love the buttons and the threading and all of that on it. It's gorgeous. So, and this was a green tag. My one thing that I got green was one of my favorite things, and it was $8.15. So that's pretty steep, but they got me with the military style vest. They knew what they were doing. So even though it's going into summer, I ended up getting 2 jackets, which I just can't resist the winter wear sometimes when you go to the thrift store. So this army green Target jacket with plaid on the inside. It goes about to your knee, and it's got a bunch of pulls and ties everywhere. Not the thing I was looking for, but army green's always a really good color, and I liked kind of the casualness of this. I think that it was longer. It wasn't at the waist. I wouldn't have bought it if it was at the waist. I just wouldn't have done it for me. I like the plaid in the inside, so it looks really nice open, and it zips up if that doesn't work, and it has a hood. So I think this was a good kind of like casual, a little bit chilly out kind of jacket, because I don't really have anything that in the middle. I have a lot of like really warm stuff and like really light casual stuff, and this is a little bit in between. So, and with the price, I thought it was worth it. It was $8, $7.99, $8. So I thought this was a good one. So my next item is actually something I've been looking for a while. I do have a trench coat that's like a dress trench. It is made for dresses. It has a lot of like folds and like stuff around the bottom. So it's made to like go around a dress. It doesn't look right with pants or like a pencil skirt. It's made for a full type of dress. So since I got that, I was really like, oh, I like this, but I can't wear it all the time, like day to day. But so I was looking for just a regular trench. Thank you, Goodwill. You provided. Who is this by? I don't even know. It doesn't have a real tag on it. But so this trench has lots of those classic trench folds and flaps everywhere. The back has a kind of like a nice gathering to it. And it goes down just past my knee. So it's a long trench, but it's not fitted, so it can actually like go with everything. So I'm excited to try this. When I can't wear my dress trench, I'll be wearing this. And it's light, so it really can be worn any time of the year, like in the evenings during the summer. It would still be appropriate. And this was $11.35, so I think this was the most expensive thing that I bought. But it is something that I was looking for. So as I said in my channel trailer, in the intro to this channel, I would talk a bit about where veganism plays into my fashion and the choices I make. So where does it fall into thrift shopping? Veganism isn't a hard set of rules that everyone must follow. Everyone has their own boundaries and things that they are okay with and they're not okay with. So these are just mine. These do not speak for the greater vegan community. So let's first talk about new items that you buy from the store. I don't buy silk, leather, wool, or anything else that comes from an animal that's put into clothing. So that's just right off the bat, I don't purchase those items. So while it's okay to buy all of that secondhand, right? Some vegans don't buy any of that secondhand either. I'm kind of in the middle, so I won't buy leather secondhand because I think it's gross and it's someone's skin and I don't want to wear that. And also that if someone that's looking for leather items but doesn't want to pay the price of a leather item brand new, they might go to thrift stores looking for that. And if I bought it and they can't find it, then they might go buy a new item, which just kind of perpetuates supply and demand for leather items, and I don't want that. So the person, the used leather item is there, they buy that, at least that garment gets more life out of it and it stops the person from buying a brand new leather item. So that reason's kind of twofold why I don't buy leather. I do buy secondhand silk or wool, just to give the garment more life and keep it going. I'm not buying it new, so I'm not perpetuating the supply and demand of silk and wool in clothing. Since wool and silk aren't quite as a luxury item, they're not as sought after as leather, I will buy them secondhand. They're still parts, they're hair and parts of a worm, or byproducts of a worm. I will buy them if I find something I like that's secondhand, I will buy them to just, keep the garment, giving it as much life as possible. That garment, after I'm done with it, will go to another person, go back to a thrift store. So hopefully its life is extended as long as possible. So that's kind of my guidelines for buying new and used as far as my vegan ethics are concerned. Others feel other ways. Sometimes it's no, I'm not buying any of these items, new or secondhand. And some are like, yeah, I buy leather secondhand, and that's a line that they draw. But these are just mine. So if anything I bought has wool or silk in it, it's secondhand, and I don't buy anything leather. And if I don't know, I just leave it behind. So that's really it. I hope you enjoyed the thrift haul. There'll be more to come, I'm sure. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe, and let me know of any good thrift store finds you've had lately. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.